So I'm here in Oxnard at the Island Packers dock. Took 2 hours to get here, no traffic, which is good. Unlike last time when I went to Santa Cruz. I am going with Cabrillo Marine Aquarium, like I went with Santa Cruz recently. I unfortunately forgot my hat, so luckily I ended up buying two. The second one was better. And then I also got little things that keep your sunglasses on. Ready to go. The boat leaves at 9:30 a.m. for Anacapa Island.
Feeding. Oh, these are actually these are bottlenose dolphin here. Looks like a small group of bottlenose dolphin chasing some bait fish around. We have two types of bottlenose dolphin that live here. There's some that are called the coastal bottlenose that are found very close to shore, and then there's the offshore variety, and that's what these guys are, I assume. Kind of hard. I don't really know how to tell the difference except for where you find. Probably eat over 10 pounds of fish or food every day. Bait fish, squid, among other things. We also have common dolphins in the channel. Basically, bottlenose and common dolphins are the only whales that live here. All dolphins are whales. These are considered toothed whales. An orca.
exactly where it is with minimal human intervention. That means no picking of any.
This one has an egg or a baby.
Oh, this one has a chick.
Cookies and cream.
Got 3 chicks. These are the flock boxes. Restroom. We just ate some of our lunch here at the visitor center. And then we're about to start our hike to Inspiration Point, where we'll stop for a bit and eat some more lunch. I like the device to keep birds from sitting on these benches and pooping everywhere. They move in the breeze. Looks like the campground is 0.4 miles this way. I could see trying to spend the night here one for a night. There is no water. I would think the birds would be pretty loud, but it'd be quite an experience. The diving here should be awesome. Possible snorkeling. We're also going to be going to the lighthouse, and I think all of the stops on this island. This is a private residence, and so is the other one, I'm sure for rangers.
In the late 1800s, there was a famous shipwreck of the Winfield Scott on the middle Anacapa Island that released some rats onto the island. Those rats had no natural.
Yep.
Yeah. So very, very important. So having no predators on the island is very important. Yes.
What is the purpose of the deer mice? Aren't they giving their virus?
They can.
So what is the purpose of doing that?
So they somehow made population from that. We do get visitors from the mainland out here, and they do feed on animals. Like we get owls out here and other birds of prey. They just kind of come out and just kind of hang out for a little while and then go back to the mainland. But they don't stay because there's not really a reliable food source for them out here.
Feathers everywhere.
Water
there are babies everywhere, they attack you.
The layer seems to be rolling in today as well. Thank you. That would be a natural source for fresh water. That would,
We're proud of you, Mama. Looks like that could be the campgrounds. So here's the campgrounds. Everywhere you turn, there's a gull with a nest with eggs or babies. You can't stay too long, they get stressed. One of the babies went across a trail in front of us and the mom followed. And the mom got stressed and flew away from the baby. Luckily, when we passed, she came back to her baby.
That's my problem. They're all attracted to me.
We're on the east side of the island. You can't hike anywhere but the east side. You can't even really walk to the middle or west side. Sometimes it's underwater, I believe, the crossing. This is a midden site where indigenous didn't stay, but these are crushed up shells. Getting closer to Inspiration Point, West Anacapa, kind of middle Anacapa. They tell you to stay on the trail because of the cliffs go straight down. It is nice for the gulls to get away from us too. I feel like we are disturbing the gulls quite a bit, especially those with eggs and babies. But I guess they are used to it. This is the non-native ice plant. It's invasive. They're trying to take it out. So this is Middle Anacapa and West Anacapa. Looks like not much of a crossing right there. We are at Inspiration Point, or just below, before it. is just gorgeous. Makes me want to do the kayaking from one end to the other, and also coming up with a scuba diving company. Here we are, Inspiration Point. You're supposed to be able to see Santa Cruz, but I don't, it's probably off in the fog. This is Anacapa, West Anacapa, Middle Anacapa. Gorgeous weather. Short hike. There's a loop hike on this island.
That is tricky. Each island has its own unique story to it. I like, it's always
So it looks like it's 0.8 miles back to the visitor center, or 1 mile to the cove. So it's about 1 mile, I'm thinking, each way from the cove to Inspiration Point.
There was a boat that came that was, and then they knew when she was left because there was a record of the because they came and got her and she died the next day.
Yeah.
Battling over that little hole.
More than once. And
Don't attack my friend, you bully. Is the push-ups that started one coming to
No, that's a threatening display.
It looks like it has a little spot of blue or something behind its front leg.
Well, we're heading back from Inspiration Point. He said this will be more bird crazy, so you can keep your hands above your head to protect your head if they start to dive bomb you. We're descending into Crystal Cove on the way back to the dock.
yeah, that was our first stop. And there were tons of sea lions. That's so
There's a cave. we made it back to the visitor center. Now we're headed to the lighthouse. And then after that, we've seen the whole East Anacapa, or walked it.
Seaweed in there.
Here's the lighthouse. You can't go any closer than this. It's fenced off. It's an active lighthouse. Great view of our dock.
Yeah, well, like everything, you know.
Other buildings. West Anacapa.
We're just here for the day.
They say the bones here are brought in by the birds, gulls, when they go to dumps on the mainland through the trash and bring it here. It is quite a sharp cry when you walk by it.
Ugh, you tried to get me. It's almost worse when you're by yourself. Ugh.
In the same spot ever. So really watch if the boat's coming up, step high so you don't trip on the boat.
The boat is backing in again.
arch rock. Isthmus of the American continent, rebuilding a new bridge, rebuilding a new ship rather, sailing it up the coast. But before Cabrillo ever got here in 1542, the native population handled. Each of the 4 northern islands has an arch off of its east end, which is where we are now. But by some fluke, Anacapa, the second smallest of any of the Channel Islands, boasts far and away the largest freestanding arch. It's just a little over 40 feet tall at its peak there. And it's come to symbolize Channel Islands as a whole. It's a point of local pride. You'll see it on company logos and murals, schools named after it, sculptures. These surrounding what are called sea stacks, these pillars of stone. It's thought that at one point they too may have had their own bridges connecting one pillar to the other. I mentioned earlier the Chumash name of this rock, Pasawapoti. Anacapa too, if you didn't already hear about this on the island, is unique amongst the egg harvesting grounds. And also to the native Chumash, probably the most important feature of Anacapa is not what's on top of it, but rather what's surrounding it. Kelp forests derive their nutrients from the very same jobs. And if you're on the beaches of Oxnard or Ventura, you can fool yourself into thinking it's a pretty big island. It is 5 miles long, but only a quarter mile wide. So sometimes I think of it almost like the facade of a movie set or something like that. It really puts it in perspective the way we're looking at it right now. One final thing we'd like to show you before we head back to the harbor. One more animal to check out, one that you no doubt heard while you were on island, but may not have gotten. There is a distinction to be made between true seals and sea lions. Part of it is sort of referenced by their last name. The group sea lions is called appearance. They also vocalize very much like dogs. And most significantly, anatomically, they're much more mobile on dry land, and that's because they can rotate their back flippers underneath their body so that they're flipping